Hi everyone, this is Mushu Kitty. The entire internet is currently exploding with the surprise reveal of Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity only 2 months before the release date. There are enough reactions and analyses on YouTube already, so here is something a little different, my hopes and dreams list. Let's get down to it. It is clear from the trailer, which displays special attacks for each champion, that all of the champions will be playable. It would be awesome if by controlling them through their champions, we could play as the Divine Beasts. We have already controlled some parts of them in Breath of the Wild. Now we should be able to graduate to real combat. We have seen on the cover art that Vana Boris ventures far from her desert homeland, and she will need someone to get her there, won't she? Playing as a Divine Beast would be ridiculously amazing. Their gargantuan size, their elemental powers that can generate comet-esque fireballs and lightning sandstorms, and not to mention the giant lasers that they can shoot out of their faces, would make them possibly the most fun thing to play. Even if playing the Divine Beasts is not possible, the champions themselves are pretty cool. They each have their special abilities, but they also have abilities that come from their race. Revali can fly, Daruk can curl up into a ball and turn into a speeding death boulder, Mipha can swim indefinitely without tiring, and Urbosa can... Actually, she doesn't need to do anything. She's Urbosa. Like, come on. As I said before, I am confident that the champions will be playable. This is an opportunity to do the things we never got to do in Breath of the Wild. As Daruk, we could use the rolling ability of the Gorons to fast travel down hills and bash enemies along the way. As Urbosa, we could be Urbosa. As Mipha, we could swim swiftly, attack enemies while in water, and maybe even use the ability that was most missed in Breath of the Wild, swim underwater. And as much beef as I have with Ravioli, I gotta say I would play him to be able to fly across Hyrule. Champions aren't the only ones who would be awesome to play. In the original Hyrule Warriors, the playable characters include a variety of the villains. At one point, we can even play for the dark side, specifically as Ganondorf himself, and commanding his army. A side swap in the world of Breath of the Wild could give us a whole new sense of our foes. In Breath of the Wild, bokoblins talk to each other and dance around their fire. More details like this about the evil hierarchy and individualities of the monsters would add an entire new dimension to the game. Not to mention providing some awesome evildoers to play. I would love the chance to shred my enemies under powerful Lionel hooves or run them down and deal a final laser blow as a corrupted guardian stalker. Moving away from characters I want to play, the next thing on my list is the open world aspect of Breath of the Wild. We all desperately want to explore Hyrule before the Calamity. Doing this would be so much easier and more eye-opening if we could set our own course. Imagine setting out from a fully explored Hyrule castle to check out a thriving Daya village or the ranch theorized to be Lon Lon Ranch before it was destroyed. Preserving at least some open worldness would also boost the quality of the game by a lot. Breath of the Wild is pretty much the best game I have ever played, and it is because of the freedom. I know this is Hyrule Warriors, so I am not very hopeful for this one, but if they continue what Breath of the Wild started, it will be an even more awesome game. One thing many YouTubers such as Nintendo Black Crisis and Zeltic mentioned is that in the trailer, we see Link first not with his Master Sword and Champion's Tunic, but as a common soldier, with soldier's armor, a knight's broadsword, and his fellows around him. As others have said, this most likely means we will get to see Link catch the eye of the royal family and be knighted. I hope we get to see the full story, from the moment Link shows his skill with a pot lid, to his journey with Zelda as the relationship unfolds, to his fall, and Zelda's last stand, with more cutscenes and stories about the prophecy, Zelda's mother, and Link's family. There is so much mystery around the Calamity and so much missing between the memories we got to see. I can't wait to get my theorist hands on the details of 100 years ago. Finally, the previously unknown Guardian thing we see on the cover art for Age of Calamity. My best guess is that it will serve an R2-D2-like role of cute robot friend. It might even be playable, which would be cool because, as I have mentioned, playing a Guardian would be awesome. I don't really have a clue what Nintendo will do with this. Will we interact with it? Will it fight? I don't know, but I am excited to find out. Maybe, and this would explain why we don't see it in Breath of the Wild, there will be a tragic Old Yeller-esque scene where we lose our R2-D2 to Ganon's malice and are forced to destroy it. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please consider liking and subscribing for more videos on Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, and more. Also, if you have anything you are particularly excited for that I didn't mention, just say so in the comments. See you next time! Mushu Kitty out!